So, I discovered self-improvement 3 years ago, and it's been a wild 3 years. So, let's talk about how I got to where I am now, which is content with where I am, but not just content, but hungry to continuously improve. And then we'll discuss my plan moving forward if I think about it at the end of this video. But so I was 3 years ago, I was out for a drink with a friend. Hadn't discovered the concept of self improvement up to this point. And I went for a drink with my friend. I came home. I was a little bit, but I was sitting on the stairs in my house watching YouTube, and I came across this content creator named Hamza. So I went down the Hamza rabbit hole, and then I thought I was better than everybody else, right? But I didn't act upon anything other than I started exercising. It's the only thing I did. And that carried on for the entire year. Done a bit of gratitude journaling. Went out in nature. Stopped all the bad habits, but wasn't doing any of the good habits, right? So, from there then, we come to June, July of 2023-ish, I would believe. Am I right? Maybe I am. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been about a year and a half, I'd say. I went to the World Championships as part of Taekwondo, competed in the World Championships, and I done very poorly, right? So I done really, really bad, and then my mental health went into the dumps. I got taken advantage of, let's just put it that way, and I lost a lot of self-respect. I'd expected to do better in the World Championships, but I didn't do as well as I had originally thought I was going to do. Which, of course, that's going to be disappointing for anyone, right? I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I was not at all happy with not winning. I didn't even get far. I lost in the first round and came out with a back injury. And from then, I didn't compete in martial arts after that point. So that was obviously very upsetting, very disappointing. And I just, for the next 4 days after we flew back over to Ireland, I drank for 4 or 5 days straight. And then my life changed again. And then I started working out again. Mental health was still a bit poor. Then eventually I started meditating, journaling, reading, doing the good habits. And then something else happened that I won't say. And I fell off again. So that was twice in the space of a few months I'd fallen off, right? I was still doing well for myself, of course, like you are still at a certain point, right? And then I met a wonderful girl who is still my significant other now. And it took me out of the rut that I was in, right? It really did. It took me out of the rut I was in, and it helped me improve even more than I'd already did. Then I met a group who were supposedly on self-improvement. And that group was the worst thing that ever happened to me. They talk about online friends and this and that, but most of them are just incels. Most of them are trouble. So be careful about friends you make online, right? This is all the only piece of advice I'm going to give you is be careful of the friends you make online. So that was the issue I had there. So then we come to earlier this year, I get back to meditating properly, journaling, etc. And then I start to become more self-aware of what's happening within myself. I get sick. So from the point of getting sick, I was like, right, I'm going to need to change things up. So I decided to redo my habit tracker, but this time I followed it every single day of the week. I was damn right set on doing that. Every single day I meditated, I gratitude journaled, I didn't go on my phone. I cut out all the bad habits that I had taken back up again. And then, except for the vaping, obviously, and then I started the good habits again. I was still exercising throughout all this time, by the way, but I wasn't as consistent in the gym either. So I started back all of that. I was working hard, blah, 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 whatever, you do you. And then I started to figure out what I needed to improve on. So the first thing I tackled was my attachment style, because I knew I needed to fix my relationship or it wouldn't go any further or just be a normal relationship, which I do not want at all. So I read into attachment styles. I fixed my attachment style, so now I'm more secure, right? And I done that by not allowing the negative thoughts in. Then I cured my trauma by doing yoga. I'm going to look into therapy very soon, but my mental health is in the best place it's ever been, ever, right? I had a falling out with the people I'd considered my friends. They backstabbed me, my online friends who I did meet up with regularly as well. I was on calls with them every single day and they backstabbed me. All over nothing much really. Like online people who spend a lot of their time online are just weird. Most of them anyway. I haven't had a good experience, so that's why my recommendation is to always make friends in person, and that's how you should do it, right? So then from there I fixed my trauma, started doing yoga every day, included it in my habit tracker, breathwork, affirmations. Now I'm in the middle of self-image. I'm reading Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, and I'm going to fix my self-image. So then from there I should be unstoppable. After that I'm going to read Mastery, and I'm going to learn how to master a skill. After that I'm going to do Stoicism, and I have a list on my phone. And I have big plans for 2025, of course, everybody does, but considering I had big plans for 2024 and I'm after absolutely smashing the year. Didn't do as well as I'd liked, but I still made more progress than most people because I was consistent every single day of the week. There was no stopping me this year. Next year, I'm going to be unstoppable altogether. I'm going to make a lot of money online. I am going to live the life I want to live, and I'm going to be the person. I'm going to be even more closer to the person I want to be. So that was my story. It was ups, downs, whatever. I can do it more in depth and go into the ins and outs of everything if you'd like. But what I'd like to do instead is, if a story from my self-improvement journey or before my self-improvement journey, if that correlates with the video I'm making, I usually throw it in at the start and tell you how I fucked up. So just remember, it's not about how fast you go, it's about going in the right direction. But it's also great if you zoom straight on ahead of your competition. That's all for this video. Just remember, the only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing. Mwah.